Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Orkney. I'm Rosslyn, and this is my third full playthrough of Choose Your Own Adventure Dragonlark book, Your Very Own Robot Goes Cuckoo-bananas by R A Montgomery and Shannon Gilligan. This is the sequel to Your Very Own Robot, which itself, well, has two of them, which are completely different. A Bantam Skylark one from the 80s, and then probably from the early 2000s, a Choose Co one. This is a 2009 Choose Co book, illustrated by Keith Newton. And I'm going to synopsize the start because it does have like a really long start before we start properly getting into the choices that haven't been done, because this is the third playthrough. I'll show you this illustration. I've got my light going in a better direction this time. You can see my very own robot there in the kitchen, farting about, eating grapes, but not really being too misbehaved. So my mum's popping outside for 5 minutes. All me and Gus, the robot, have to do in the meantime is behave, or else my mum is chucking him in the bin. We have established that Gus has a track history of behaving like a goon on crack. And yeah, no, Mum is quite right to be like, he better behave. The phone rings. Gus starts whirling around like a lunatic. Boings out into the street in front of this car potentially, and you have noticed a small piece of paper on the ground. You stoop to pick it up. It reads, Robot Cloning Classes starting today, 551 Plunkton Street. You groan. Gus wants to clone himself? Make more robots? Just like Gus? He's headed to the trash heap now for sure. You have to save Gus, but what can you do? So my two options are, I can run towards the sound of the braking car, hoping it's Gus. I've done that a fair bit. I think I did that both times though so far, so I might do the next option, which is decide to go to the robot cloning classes to find Gus. You decide to walk to 551 Plunkton Street. A sign on the door says Robot Cloning Class in Session, 2nd floor. When you get there, the first robot you see is Gus. Gus! You exclaim, what are you doing here? I'm not Gus, the robot replies. Not the original Gus. Anyway, I'm Gus 6. Guessing that's Gus 6 there looking chatty in the picture. What do you mean, Gus 6? I was cloned from Gus the original last week. Gus 6 replies. Last week? You cry. Sure, we all were. Gus 6 adds. Look at all the Gus's in the pictures. Oh, we've got a double page spread here. We've got just Gus's just messing about. Just horse playing. None of them are being too badly behaved. We've got a horse horsing about. Gus here throwing a paper aeroplane. We've got a mucking about. Gus here. Did they all have... Instead of hands, they've got guitars. Anyway, that appears to just be a design thing of my own choice because I built him. We've got one with a coffee pot. We've got one with a big jug of water, I think. One with a trumpet. Just lots of Gus's kind of larking about. It's not too bad in the cloning room, actually. Anyway, so Gus 6 sweeps his Gus identical arm around the room. There's Gus 3, and that one with the green star on his shoulder is Gus 7. There's Gus 11, 13, and 9. And everywhere you look, you see Gus. You start to feel dizzy. The room begins to tilt. Are you okay? Another Gus asks, stepping forward. Before you can answer, everything fades to black. Honey, are you okay? It's me, Mom. You open your eyes. You're back at home lying in bed. Mom, I had this terrible dream, you say. I dreamed Gus cloned himself. There were Gus's everywhere. You weren't dreaming, sweetheart, your mom replies. She strokes your cheek. Gus did clone himself. Without permission, of course. Oh, Gus never asks permission, you cry. Your mom smiles wisely. But the good news is that we think we can sell the Gus clones, she adds, and we'll put the profits in your piggy bank. There's a knock at the door, and Gus sticks his head inside your room. And then we'll use the money for a trip to outer space, he exclaims. The end. Well, that was a fun adventure. Yep. That's the end of that, though, so I will say toodaloo the new to you. But I will do a fourth and final playthrough of Your Very Own Robot Goes Cuckoo-bananas by R A Montgomery and Shannon Gilligan, a Dragonlark book. Choose your own adventure. Top tier. Bye-bye.